Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our English grammar series. Today, we're going to be exploring an essential concept, subject-verb agreement. If you want your sentences to sound right and make sense, you need to get this fundamental grammar rule down pat. Let's get started. Subject-verb agreement is a grammatical rule that states that the subject of a sentence and its verb must both be singular or both be plural. In other words, the subject of a sentence needs to agree with its verb in number. This means that if the subject is singular, the verb must also be singular. And if the subject is plural, the verb must also be plural. Subject-verb agreement can be quite complex, but here are some basic rules. Singular subjects require singular verbs. In the present tense, most singular verbs end in s or es. For example, he walks to school. The bird sings. Plural subjects require plural verbs. In the present tense, plural verbs do not end in s or es. For example, they walk to school. The birds sing. Most singular pronouns, such as he, she, it, and one, follow the basic rule of subject-verb agreement. Singular pronouns take singular verbs. However, there are some pronouns that can be singular or plural depending on their use in a sentence. Let's look at indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns refer to one or more unspecified persons or things. They're called indefinite because they don't specify the identity of the person or thing being referred to. Many indefinite pronouns are always considered singular. This means that they should always be paired with a singular verb. Here are some examples. Anybody, anyone, each, either, everybody, everyone, neither, nobody, no one, somebody, someone. Here are these pronouns in sentences to illustrate their usage. Anybody is welcome to join the meeting.
Happy birthday!
Everyone has arrived for the party. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Either is fine with me. Someone has left their bag here. Even though these pronouns might seem to be referring to more than one person, they're still treated as singular. For example, everyone refers to every person, but it's still considered a singular pronoun because it's referring to every person as a single group. Consequently, it always takes a singular verb. Some indefinite pronouns are always considered plural, and they should be paired with a plural verb. Here are some examples. Both, few, many, others, several. Here are these pronouns in sentences to illustrate their usage. Both are acceptable options. Few were brave enough to challenge him. Many have tried, but few have succeeded. Others are waiting for their turn. Several were injured in the accident. Remember, these pronouns are always plural and should be used with plural verbs, regardless of what they're referring to. For example, both refers to two items as a pair, but it's still considered a plural pronoun because it's referring to two items. Consequently, it always takes a plural verb. Certain indefinite pronouns can either be singular or plural, depending on the context or what they're referring to in the sentence. These pronouns include all, any, more, most, none, and some. Here's how you use them. All is well. Here, all is referring to everything as a single concept. so we use is. All are present. Here, all is referring to all individuals in a group, so we use are. Any is acceptable to me. Here, any is referring to any one of the options, so we use is. Any are acceptable to me. Here, any is referring to any number of options, so we use are. More is not always better. Here, more refers to a greater quantity or amount as a single concept, so we use is. More are arriving every minute. Here, more is referring to additional individuals or items, so we use are. Most is gone. Here, most is referring to most of a singular noun, like cake or money, so we use is. Most are gone. Here, most is referring to most of a plural noun, like cookies or people, so we use are. None is left. Traditionally, none was always singular, but modern usage often treats it as plural. Here it refers to not one part of a singular noun. None are left. Here, none is referring to not any parts of a plural noun. Some is needed. Here, some is referring to some amount of a singular noun, so we use is. Some are needed. Here, some is referring to some number of a plural noun, so we use are. We all know it wouldn't be English without exceptions to the normal rules. You. The pronoun you is an interesting case in the English language because it can refer to one person and be singular, or more than one person and be plural. But it always takes a plural verb. For example, you are my best friend, singular you. And you are my best friends, plural you. I is always treated as a singular pronoun in English. However, it does not follow the typical subject-verb agreement rules that other singular subjects do. Normally, a singular subject is paired with a singular verb, which usually ends in s or es in the present tense. But the pronoun I is an exception to this rule. It takes the same verb forms that are used for the plural subjects we, you, and they. For example, we say, I run, not I runs, or I am, not I is. So even though I is singular, it behaves like a plural subject in terms of verb agreement. It's one of the unique features of English grammar. The verb agrees with the subject, not with a noun or pronoun in the phrase. For example, one of the books is missing, not one of the books are missing. The subject of this sentence is one of many. When two subjects are joined by and use a plural verb, for example, John and Mary are studying. When or nor is used to connect singular subjects, use a singular verb. For example, neither John nor Mary is here. However, when or nor is used to connect a singular and plural subject, the verb should agree with the subject that is closer to it. For example, neither the players nor the coach is available. Neither the coach nor the players are available. When the subject follows the verb, especially in sentences beginning with there are or here are, the subject and the verb are still in agreement. For example, there is one apple, or here are two apples. Collective nouns like team, class, jury. usually takes singular verbs. But if the individual members of the group are acting separately, a plural verb is used. For example, the team wins the game. Singular. You're looking at the team as one group. But the team put on their uniforms. Plural, because we're talking about the individual members of the team. Phew, that's a lot of information. Remember, these rules cover the most common usage, but there can be exceptions and more nuanced cases. The key is to ensure that the verb agrees in number with its subject. To challenge you, here is a short quiz on subject-verb agreement. And that's it for today's lesson on subject-verb agreement. I hope it helped clarify things for you. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more grammar tutorials. And don't forget to turn on that notifications bell so you don't miss our next exciting grammar adventure. Leave a comment to let me know what grammar topics you would like to see in future videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.